Welcome into another episode of FOFL BOFL. I am your host, Mark, or Oh by Mark. And as always, I am joined with Greg here because I'm GB. What's up, Greg?
Hi.
And this week we are joined by a brand new guest, Adrian, or El Papa Fritas.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
How are you, sir? Very excited to have you on.
I'm excited to be here.
So, when did you start listening to the podcast? How many episodes did we put out before you're like, oh, this is a thing?
No, at the end of last season.
End of last season? Nice. All right, cool.
Yeah, so I caught the end of that, and then I've caught a few. I think the first one this year, and then I think started listening to another one recently.
All right, cool.
So trying to keep up with you guys.
Yeah, they're long. It's a lot. It's weekly, so I get it. At least you try. That's all I ask.
Once in a while,
get in there. No, glad to have you on. As usual, we've got a lot to cover this week, so we will just jump in to the quick question of the week. I'm so glad all of you guys, stepped up and gave me all of these options for the quick questions of the week. I had just an influx of emails and text message and DMs. Coulter was ecstatic to get on Discord and message me all of his ideas. It was just couldn't get him to shut up.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, you guys.
Great job, everybody.
Yep, with great ideas. Keep it well done for next week.
Keep it up.
Appreciate it. So this one came in from Mark. Through 4 weeks of the season, who are your AFC, NFC championship matchups? Who goes to the Super Bowl? And who wins? Greg, you want to start, or Adrian, you want to kick us off?
I can go. Let's do it. So I have the Chargers and the Bills in the AFC playoffs. Hold on one second. Yeah, I've got the Bills and the Chargers in the AFC Championship, and then I have the Lions and the Rams in the NFC Championship. I have the Chargers winning and the Oh no, I'm looking at yours. I'm so sorry. This is this is distracting.
You don't know how to read?
Apparently not.
You don't even know what you picked? You're just reading? What if it had said you were going to pick the Jets versus the Dolphins?
Listen, I'm like Ron Burgundy. Stick to the script. Okay, so I have the Chargers and the Bills. I have Green Bay and the Lions, and then I have the Bills winning. I have Green Bay winning, so they'll be in the Super Bowl, and then I have Green Bay winning the whole thing. I just think Green Bay looks really good.
I think they look a little overrated, personally.
Micah looks really good
against Dallas without CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, but you could argue the other way that Dallas has looked good in big games this year.
Except, didn't they just get stomped on?
By who?
I'm misremembering. I'm looking it up.
Oh, the Bears.
Yeah. I was going to say, they just got embarrassed, and they barely beat the Giants.
I don't know. So I feel like...
Yeah, count me out on the Packers.
There was like 7 scores in that fourth quarter or something. That game was crazy. Oh, it was ridiculous. It was one of the only games I was able to catch. It was pretty crazy.
It was a good game to catch. Adrian, who you got?
As far as who's going to be AFC, it's hard not to say the Bills, even though it hurts to say it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would be interesting to see who comes out of the West and who come from there, but it would be interesting to see a Broncos or a Chargers team play them. But we'll have to see how things shake out.
Who you calling, man? This is a stamp your flag. Who you got?
I think it'd probably be like a Chargers-Bills.
Chargers-Bills. So we're all Chargers-Bills, because spoiler alert, I also have Chargers-Bills.
And I think Bills will
will be in the Super Bowls again.
And then what about NFC?
You know, the Eagles are always right there, so it's hard to not, to see them being there. But I'd love to see the Bucks pull something out, and it'd be like a Bucks Eagles, and Bucks take it from there, and there you go. Then you get a Bucks Bill Super Bowl.
And you pick the Bucks in that matchup? No. No, we're not that confident.
Not yet.
All right.
I almost picked the Eagles, but
It's spicy, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I like it. I thought about doing the Bucks, but I had to stick with my NFC with the Lions and the Rams. And I almost wanted to do an LA matchup, but it's not going to happen. So it's going to be Chargers Lions, and the Lions are going to stomp all over the Chargers in the Super Bowl. As long as they can stay healthy, they should have done it last year, but we'll see them run it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you have the Chargers beating the Bills,
Yes.
But the Chargers just lost to the Giants.
Say that again.
You have the Chargers beating the Bills, but the Chargers just lost to the Giants. They just lost.
Yeah, they weren't game planning for Jackson Dart.
But didn't they announce he was going to start at the beginning of the week?
Okay, so they've been game planning for one quarterback for 2 weeks, 3 weeks behind the scenes. They've no game film on Jackson Dart. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Wash it. Who cares? Jackson Dart sucks.
Not Green Bay. New York's defense didn't change at all. So,
Greg,
and their offense didn't look that good
I
against.
cannot hear you.
Hold on.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. All right, welcome back in. We are going to try this again. Sorry for the delay here. Where were we? Talking about championships. So Greg, you were saying that I am picking the Lions to beat the Chargers despite the fact that they just lost to the Giants. So your argument is that they lost a meaningless regular season game against a new quarterback. So therefore they can't make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but didn't you kind of just make the same argument in terms of like the Cowboys?
The Cowboys lost to a Giants team not led by Jackson Dart. The Chargers lost to a Giants team led by Jackson Dart, to which they were ill prepared for.
No, I mean, like you were saying that like Green Bay had a hard time with Dallas.
Yes, and who struggled with the Giants and lost to the Bears.
But I don't know. I think Green Bay might take the division, and Jordan Love looks really good in my opinion. But I think that I'd be interested to see legitimately that Super Bowl, the Lions and the Chargers. I think that it would be refreshing to see something that isn't just the Chiefs versus whoever, you know what I mean? But I like the Lions pick.
I just don't
be very happy.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be the fucking Chiefs and the Eagles.
I think we can agree that it's going to be an NFC team taking it, though.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, what I was going to say earlier is like I said Green Bay Lions, but I mean the Eagles were somebody that I basically talked myself out of because I didn't want to just make it the same thing, trying to hope for something different. But the Eagles also are one of those teams that feel like they're just going to get right. I mean, they're 4-0, but like it just feels like whatever they have going on, they'll just figure it out, and they're a good, talented team. So
why they didn't 2 years ago?
I don't know. I feel like all of the players involved are a little bit older, a little bit more mature, a little bit more capable of trying to. And now that they've won one, they can go back and they want to win another.
I just don't think it's impossible that they don't get their shit together. They're barely winning games right now. So I'm just saying, I agree with you. I don't want them to get back, and I see a path where that doesn't happen. All right, we will jump into the key injuries of the week. Greg, do you want to run through those real quick?
Sure. Key injuries. Tyreek Hill's a big one. That injury was
that face. Why was he making that face?
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, when that's being carted off, that's all I see is the meme of him being like carted off. Like he was just making like a weird like.
Apparently he was like joking the whole time.
Yeah.
Basically, Mike McDaniel said he was like making jokes the whole time he was getting like put on the cart and stuff. So I wonder if a dislocated knee doesn't hurt that bad. But that thing looked disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill, dislocated knee, multiple ligament damage. That is season ending. I wouldn't be surprised if he never is the same Tyreek Hill again. Lamar Jackson had a hamstring injury. He's likely to miss week 5. That's super interesting to me because I frankly thought this was like a we'll sit him for a quote hamstring injury, even though it's like a let's save his ego, but he doesn't look good this week kind of thing.
But the fact that down by 17 at that point with
no, I agree with you. I'm not saying
to go.
I'm not saying it made sense. I'm just saying that like that whatever. It seemed weird. But yeah, and then likely to miss week 5. So Malik Neighbors knee injury, likely torn ACL, and I think it was confirmed torn ACL, out for the season again. You know, we've seen a lot of really good recoveries off of those, so I'm not super worried about his ability to get back to full speed. So I don't know anything about dislocated knee. Frankly, I didn't do any research on like who's had them and came back or not. I'm not that guy. Cedric Tillman, he has a hamstring injury, missed multiple games. He's at least out this week. Bucky Irving is an injury concern. He has an ankle or a lower leg injury. He's under evaluation with an MRI.
I got another notification tonight that said that his designation for week 5 is up in the air.
Okay. Joe Mixon, not yet close to returning. No imminent return timeline. Ricky Pearsall is dealing with a PCL contusion injury. Could be out 2 to 3 weeks. Brock Purdy has lingering issues with turf toe. A setback was reported. So who knows when he gets back. Jaden Daniels missed week 4. His status for week 5 is uncertain. We have to keep an eye and see if he practices tomorrow. Terry McLaurin remains in injury discussion, trending toward return, but not fully cleared. Yeah, I don't remember hearing anything about like what ended up happening with like the second opinion and all of that stuff. So
yeah, I didn't really follow up on it either. Adrian, do you know you have Terry McLaurin? Do you care about your players?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Again.
if you don't know, I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of injuries again this week. It really sucks. It's part of the game, but it fucking sucks when it happens. And when it happens to premier players like Malik Neighbors and I guess Tyreek Hill, it just makes it that much worse. Stings.
Darren Waller, baby.
I guess. Somebody go give Ryan a first.
I saw enough to move him to my bench last week, so
yeah. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen long term. Like, I don't even know what the hell's the problem. So yeah, definitely a weird one. All right, I was going to schedule a break here, but we took one already. So let's jump into the weekly review. So we'll go through on the pick'em order. So Greg, take us away on that if you want to start us off.
Okay. Do you want me to just do the pick'em as well?
Yeah, do the pick'em. Just the top 3, top overall. We don't need to run it all back. We can all see it.
Okay. Top 3 this week were your mom. That would sound a joke, but
your mom.
And Coulter tied for first with 10. And then me, Dan, Mark, Adrian, and Brian all tied for third with 7.
And Bo.
And Bo. Not shout out Bo.
Shout out Bo.
It's weird. The 4-way tie there.
Yeah.
Fucking
Dan, Adrian, and Bo did it without picking on the fucking Arizona-Seattle game.
Always forget Thursday night.
You're like, fuck.
Well, this week will not.
Yeah, I already put it in there.
The standings on that are that Mark, Anthony, Adrian, and your mom are tied for first with 36. And then, and then Ryan is in 5th which would be the next one down, with 35. I have 34, as does Rob. So, like, we're all still pretty close.
Yeah.
Which is good. Your brother is at 27,
Struggling
so
down there.
he's not good at this.
Not very good at this. You should make your picks and then reverse them.
Put that thing down, flip it in reverse.
Vegas, at least, you know what I'm saying?
Right? You might do better.
Just guessing. I don't even know. Is he paying attention? He's clicking buttons on his screen.
Most likely.
He just goes to the he goes to that Instagram page where the corgi hits it into the baskets and just goes based off that.
No, he would do better. All right. Fantasy matchup results. We will, as always, go through the matchup order for mine. So we start with mine. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, it's funny because like normally, right, you feel like this would be a wasted effort, but like Brian put up good numbers. I mean, to be fair, I feel like this, like, fucking disclosure for the rest of this segment, like everybody put up big numbers this week, so that's pretty
Except
cool.
Brian. Brian didn't do that.
But I mean, like, players, and I'm more speaking like I felt like a lot of players individually put up a lot of really big weeks this week. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those where Brian had a bunch of big players. Like, you know, Carson Wentz ended up finishing 24 points, which it feels crazy considering how bad he looked, I feel like, for a lot of that game.
Garbage.
And then one of his linebackers went off for 29 points. But then Ashton Genty finally looks like the fucking premier running back he was supposed to be, 31 and a half fucking points. Ashton Genty.
Who?
And then...
Is he on my team now?
I guess we can talk about that later. Or no, we already talked about that last week.
Last week.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get Anthony back on this and we can talk about it again. But
it's ugly.
Yeah, and then fucking Bijan, 25 points. Puka went off for 29 points.
Making that MVP case, Puka is.
And then, yeah, like as fucking Coulter had said in one of the chats, fucking Matt Stafford on your bench with 33 points. If you had started him over either of your quarterbacks, you would have gone even higher. Fucking stupid.
Had IDP go off on my bench too, unfortunately.
Yeah, you had a D-back that had a fucking week, 2 interceptions, 9 total tackles. It's crazy. Yep.
I am a little nervous for next week, though, but we'll get into that later. Next matchup was Bo versus Adrian. Adrian, take us away. Give us your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. How are you?
It felt good until, you know, you get to the end and you just realize you don't have any more players left. You know?
That's how it works sometimes, man.
I so feel that. You're like, okay, I'm only down by like 30 points. Oh, I'm done.
Oh, I'm
okay.
done. Okay, gotcha.
No, it was like Sunday, he still had players left, and I was up, and I was like, no, these players are going to come in and dominate, and that's what they did.
Yeah. Well, man. It's a long season. Shit happens.
It does.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, Bo's team is Bo's team. Again, he's finds ways to win.
Well, Pat Mahomes is suddenly Pat Mahomes is suddenly a fantasy god, it seems.
Yeah, 35 points. It doesn't make sense. And then a couple of 20-pointers on your IDPs does help.
Yeah, an extra 50 points just from 2 defensive players is crazy.
Thanks, Ryan.
Was that a first-round pick he had to give up, or did he get both of those for cheaper than that?
Of course he got them for cheaper because everybody gets them for cheaper. We'll get into that again in a second, too. Corey.
Jaguar slut, he said.
Jaguars slut. Mara, any other players you want to call out in that matchup?
No, I mean, no.
You know who looks really good, but also sucks at the same time is Tet McMillan, because Bryce Young is, I don't know, good sometimes, terrible other times.
I still think it's a better pick than where I took him instead of taking Travis Hunter.
You so right.
I didn't like.
You are right.
You so right. Adrian and here playing fucking 4D chess. Anthony's fucking drafting Travis Hunter.
the only other person I'll call out is Michael Pittman. I feel like he had a down week this week. Colts kind of felt like they stumbled a little bit for the first time this season.
My sources kept telling me to play him. They just said, Pittman, throw him in there.
I mean, he scored a touchdown.
Yeah, but like, it's one of those that they seem like I feel like much more potent offense so far this season, and they felt like they sputtered a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it was a close game, but what's the next one?
Next matchup was Dan versus Matt, a close one. We had a lot of close matchups this week, but this one was 178 to 173. Matt pulled it out. Another one where like it was kind of position for position, and Dan was really let down by David Montgomery.
Yeah, that's a surprising, like,
Motherfucker was tired.
Yeah, I mean, just wild. Only a point.
Yeah.
And they scored 34 of them.
Yep. It's not what you want out of David Montgomery when that's happening. But Matt's team looking good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he
got Addison back. He's gonna get Rashee Rice here, right? He's got Rashee Rice. Yeah, he's got Rashee Rice, so he'll get him back here soon. So yeah, Matt's team is getting stronger while the rest of us are getting fucking hurt.
And then I feel like we're all wrong on Travis Etienne. He's looked fucking good this year. He's the only the only bright spot in the fucking Jaguar offense right now.
I tried to trade for Etienne so many times from Matt. Matt was obviously stupid and didn't give him to me.
Oh, Jordan Addison made his return. Shut him out. He had 13 points.
Almost like I said that.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. I was just looking at the teams.
No, yeah. Addison, another broken coverage play again in the game. It's like his specialty.
114 yards on 4 receptions.
Yeah, he always gets one for like 50 plus every game.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, he's an interesting one. All right, next game was another close one. Greg versus Coulter. Sorry, Greg.
I guess it's already like there could be a stat correction that flips this, but
there could be a stat correction because those do come out, I think, tonight. Those come out post Tuesday night into Wednesday, I think.
So it was 183.06 to 184.28. The way this went down was that I had 183, Coulter was at 182 something, and he had Trey Hendrickson going, and he was at like 2 something points. And then he got one more tackle. And then all of a sudden he fucking Coulter won because of that. And that was the end of it. So frustrating to watch that fucking happen at the end. But I just want to say that there was twice this week that I should have stuck with my gut, but I got influenced by the other two people that were on the podcast last week, and I played Cam Scattaboo over Kenneth Gainwell, even though I legitimately feel like I knew I should have played Kenneth Gainwell, and I was right about that. No, me too, but like, and I understand, like, especially with like Jackson Dart coming in and like that being an exciting thing for the offense and all of that, but like Kenneth Gainwell seems to be a fucking favorite of Aaron Rodgers so far, so he's been like, he was like not a bad play the first 2 weeks. So, but then he got 20. I guess he wasn't great at all until week 4. But yeah, I don't know. He had a good week from CJ Stroud, ended up with 22 points. But this was another one where like for every time I had a player that popped off, so did he. So frustrating.
Yep. Yeah,
also,
those close ones suck.
Dak Prescott getting that throw to whoever it was down the right sideline where he just like fucking chucked it down the line. The dude came back and like his foot, like because they're on turf, like his foot like sunk back inbounds as he was catching it. I don't know who that was, but that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was a good catch. Good throw too. All right, next matchup was Ryan versus Rob. Rob won. Moving on. Rob's team came back. That's all I got to say about that. I mean, you got a free win. Sorry about Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, good thing Ryan didn't start fucking Darren Waller. I guess that wouldn't have mattered. It was only 17
It really
points,
would not have mattered.
But yeah,
he was the worst manager this week, which I thought was funny.
He had a bunch of points on his bench.
Yeah, worst manager. 65% of their perfect possible lineup. Ryan, you can still try to win. It doesn't matter. You're still going to get the first pick overall. You can still try to win. I mean, he's not going to win. And he wouldn't have. His highest points for was 159. He got what, 103. So not great, Ryan. Do better. All right. Next one and last one was Anthony versus Corey. Anthony high score 224. Corey putting up a $186. Yeah. Crazy game from Anthony's side. He's very happy that he's got Josh Jacobs. Very sad right now that he bought Derrick Henry. But Bo Nix finally had himself a game.
Yeah.
Though that interception was not great.
I don't know that I saw it because I don't know if I was home or not. But Brock Bowers hasn't had like an awesome week since week one. Since week one, 9 points is fine, but that's not what you. Brock Bowers, the tight end for
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, so I feel like he's been a little bit of a disappointment for Anthony, and then Derrick Henry, of course, too. So
I think that Geno Smith has been a disappointment for Anthony.
Josh Jacobs looked good, though, so I know he missed out on 35 points from Mesh and Genty, but he got 29 points from one of the things he got in return for that. So
yeah, Anthony, you should feel real happy about that.
I mean, you got more points.
Not the point, Craig. All right. Any takeaways that you guys had from this week other than the massive amount of injuries we had?
Just, I don't know. This week felt fun because it felt like every team was, or not every team, but every game was like a bunch of scoring was happening all around the league. So it was a good week.
Yeah, it was really impactful for sure.
Well, I'm at 500, so there's still, it's got to keep going.
Still hope. I mean, hey, like I said, it's a long season. Anybody can do some crazy shit too. Which, speaking of, excellent segue, trade reviews. There was only one to talk about. And I think it's worse than the trade we saw Rob do with Ryan. Debate.
Worse?
Yes.
I mean, I think it's so I'll start off by saying that I agree that I don't like this trade. I feel like, to me, and I know I'm probably jumping the gun, this might be an early reaction thing, but Travis Hunter doesn't look good. I know that Brian Thomas Jr. also doesn't look that good.
Nope, you said it. Bryce Thomas Jr.
I know that he hasn't also looked that good this year. So, again, maybe it's just the fact that I'm right in the fact that Trevor Lawrence ain't him. But, I don't know, Travis Hunter doesn't look good. And then all those stats coming out where he's doing more and more of the defensive snaps versus offensive snaps. And I know that that's also a thing related with injuries, but he just happens to be, the next guy on the depth chart when they get a couple guys hurt.
But to the point of every expert that was talking about this, you can't do this in the NFL. Other people's bodies break down, your body breaks down. You can't do both. Pick one. And it seems like they've picked defensive back.
And then, to me, Anthony getting Jalen Waddle and Jackson Dart back was so good. Jalen Waddle is going to help him this year. And then Tyreek getting hurt just, I feel like, emphasizes that. And then, I mean, I know that wasn't expected, but I mean, that's just ended up, the dice rolled in his favor that way. And then Jackson Dart looked good. But to Anthony's point, he said it himself, is he going to have a Daniel Jones start, win game one, and then never look good again?
Until he's off the Giants.
Yeah, just hold on to him for 2 years, and then he'll be worth something.
Right. Somewhere else.
Just wait till he's 30.
Wait till he's
and then he'll take a leap. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty easy formula. But yeah, I think it's a really bad trade. I see it as a first round valuation still of Travis Hunter, and
Yikes.
that ain't it.
Who's
Not
that?
to me, anyways. He's a defensive back to me that can play offense occasionally. It's glorified defensive back.
I'll put him in my IDP calculator.
Yeah? What's it tell you?
Let's see.
Live on air, whether it was a fair trade or not. Suspense is killing us, Adrian.
Oh, yeah. No, let me take my time. I'm a boomer.
This is fantastic podcasting.
You know, on the fly.
On the fly. Well, while you're doing that, and nobody voted for any of these in the polls, which we shouldn't, but notable waivers I wanted to talk about. Brian added Noah Sewell, who's a linebacker on the Bears, I think. And he's been kind of turned up in the dynasty circles that I read, all the articles and stuff that are talking about IDP. So I was actually looking at him, but Brian had room on his team, I guess. Same thing with Anthony picking up D. Winters. Has been lighting it up on tackles so far this year, which is rare from a 24-year-old. So I was thinking about adding him, but again, I didn't know who to drop for another defensive player because I don't like carrying too many of them.
Who does D. Winters play for?
San Francisco.
Gotcha. I
Yeah,
haven't watched many of their games, I guess.
I think he's gotten over 10 points every week.
Nice. Good pickup, Anthony. Well
Yeah,
done.
so I wanted to call those out. All right, Adrian, we got the calculation.
Calculation says Anthony lost this one.
Damn, how embarrassing for you.
It's embarrassing.
How embarrassing, Anthony. Stupid idiot.
It says it needs approximately 5,200 more points to even the trade, whatever that
How
means.
embarrassing. Yeah, whatever that means.
That's a
Thanks
lot
for
of
the
points.
context, Adrian.
Yeah.
And you've heard it here first. 5,200 points is what you still owe. Okay?
Those are, they might tax you on that.
Depends on where they are imported from.
Don't tell Corey. He's part of the government.
Oh,
Corey can bring him in himself on his own boat.
Yeah. Oh, a boat for Anthony? That's racist, Greg.
No, I said Corey can bring him in on his own boat with the
Right,
Coast
he's
Guard.
bringing Anthony in on a boat. That's fucked up.
Oh, no points from other places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure that's what you meant. We see you.
Your cat is joining me on the podcast here.
Hello, Lola.
Sorry.
But she's not on the... Let's see if I can remove my background here.
All right. With that, we are going to be taking another quick break. We'll be back, jump in with the polls, and preview the week ahead. We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back in from the break, everybody. Appreciate you. We're going to jump into the polls. Posted a few of them this week. Start with the ones that matter. GM of the week. Drum roll, please. Thank you. I don't know if that came up in the recording, but thank you. Pretty easily, Anthony. High score, a trade completed, and active in the waiver wire. Pretty good week. Anthony gets the nod. Yeah, boo. You know what? He probably cares about that just as much as the fact that he cares that the Yankees lost to the Red Sox tonight. I'm going to be so happy when he gets reminded of this tomorrow when he listens. The Yankees lose. The Yankees lose.
Or Thursday.
Or Thursday.
When we actually get it up.
When he's reminded that they lost twice. Or do we have a break in between the games?
Nope, we have a game tomorrow.
That's what I thought. Shout out other sports. All right. Transaction of the week. Also a pretty easy one. Ryan did act as the independent in this vote and voted for himself, as opposed to going for the obvious candidate here. So he voted for the Green Party and didn't win.
Voted for Nader.
And we're all stuck with Anthony winning something else. Thanks a lot. all your fault, Ryan.
But the trade between Anthony and Corey won. So just to clarify, and
thanks, Greg. 5,200 points.
Yeah.
That was the difference. That's how much Corey won that trade by. Good job, Anthony. Next one was the biggest NFL storyline. I thought that was a fun one to put out there. It's most likely going to be an injury every week, which it was this week. Poor Malik Neighbors got 7 votes. Dan out here voting for a 40-40 tie game. I really want to get Dan on here and hear his thoughts on a tie game.
I mean, it was a lot of scoring, so it was an exciting game, and it was a great game to have at the primetime slot. So I understand, but I don't know that it's a storyline that wins for me. It's just, I understand that it's a cool thing that happened.
Is it cool? Is a tie cool?
Yeah, because now if Jordan Love wins MVP, then they can update the answer to the question on Hembo Knows.
On Hembo Knows?
Right? That's what that segment's called.
Is it? I thought it was Tricky Hembo. Sneaky Hembo.
Sneaky Hembo, you're
Sneaky
right.
Hembo on Get Up. Yeah. For those that don't know what we're talking about. I agree with Adrian's comment there, though. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's what we have to say about that. No. Ties suck. Win the game.
I don't even know what that is.
A tie?
It's just terrible.
Something you put on for a fancy dinner.
Actually, I recently threw away all my ties.
Damn, good for you. Do you feel free?
I kept a little black one.
Just a little black one?
A little bow tie, right? Bust it out.
Oh,
you didn't even keep the one from your wedding?
Probably not, no.
Damn. Does Amanda know?
Sure.
All right, well, we'll hear about that fight later, I'm sure.
She doesn't listen to
what?
She doesn't listen to this.
No. I'm going to send it to her. Fast forward to 38 minutes. But yeah, I don't like ties. Also, to talk about that game for a second, Packers were insane at the end of that game with their piss poor clock management. They almost lost the game.
Yeah.
All went out of bounds with 1 second left.
Yep. And then they kicked a huge field goal
to tie it.
To tie it.
Stupid. All right. Next poll was shout out other sports. Playoffs. Baseball. It's here. It's happening.
Woo! Go Tigers.
Go Red Sox. Boo Yankees. Boo Dodgers.
That's what won.
Adrian, what'd you vote for?
There's polls. Let me see with polls. What's going on there?
Welcome to the league.
Man. No, I did not vote at all this week.
I know.
I can do it live, though.
It doesn't matter. We've already closed them.
Oh, dang it.
You're the reason why we're in the situation we're in, Adrian.
Hey, you know what? I'm here right now.
You sure are.
Welcome, Big Doug. We appreciate it.
Well, all right. We'll jump into the weekly preview. We'll go over to the weekly pick'em order. Adrian, little secret. If you want to use your phone, you can. But if you're on Sleeper on the website, if you go to the scores tab, it's the same order for the week. Anybody that didn't know that, it's a very helpful tab on the website. It's about the only thing that's useful on the website. Otherwise, don't ever go to the website. It's trash.
Great-ish.
It's worse than Ryan's team.
No. It's usable. At least it's usable.
It's true. It does have a functional feature. You're right. I stand corrected. All right. Kick us off here, Greg, with the 49ers Rams game.
Yeah, so first game Thursday is the 49ers at the Rams. The spread's 3.5, and the points are going to the San Francisco 49ers. It's 3-1 matchup, but I think the Rams win pretty handedly here because I think the Rams are just a better team right now. Like, clearly.
So intriguing there. Good conversation there, gents. But yeah, I have to start Matt Stafford this week. So here's to hoping that we have a competitive game and we got to play to win the entire time. And we don't just get to hand the ball off to Kyron Williams all game.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like this week, Puka Nacua had a huge week, and Devontae Adams had a pretty good week. So like, it feels like they can score when they want to. So hopefully they just want to. Maybe they're the Lions. Sean McVay's going to take inspiration and just keep scoring.
Maybe.
I think Christian McCaffrey. So, but Mark doesn't talk about him because he doesn't want to jinx him.
I can talk about him. What do you want to know? You want to know that he's the best running back in the game besides Bijan Robinson? Bijan.
How many
Bijan again?
How many games since his last injury?
At least 4.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah, that's all I care about. Keep going, but he's gonna be healthy all year. Him and Bijan. Let's go, babies.
When does George Kittle come back?
Cares.
Is he still a thing?
He was the number 3 tight end last year.
How many games since his last injury?
3?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because it happened week 1.
He's still injured though.
But it's been 3 games.
He's still injured, so he's missed 3 games. So it's been since last game. Yeah, he's still got time to make up for 5,200 points.
Yeah, this quick article on what appears to be a 49er site seems to say that they're probably going to keep it long-term minded.
Well, especially
George
they
Kittle.
won, so it's not like they need him.
Yeah. All right. So Adrian's picking the Rams with the spread. The next game is Minnesota versus Cleveland. This is in Cleveland. The spread's 4.5, and Cleveland are the ones receiving the points. I think that this is probably another game that Minnesota probably covers the spread, in my opinion. Joe Flacco looked real bad last week.
Sure enough, did. I was surprised they kept him in there. I think they really hate their rookies.
Yeah. They're mad at their picks.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Or, and hear me out on this, Cleveland Browns are like, you know what? We're not going to fuck this up. We're going to make sure that the rookies sit for a whole year and they're going to learn behind this, like the veteran quarterback. And now they're in a situation where everybody's like, no, play them. What the fuck? And then they're like, nope, we said we're going to stick, like they're fucking it up the other way, you know?
Maybe they're just money laundering front.
Hey, rookies.
Maybe.
This is how we fuck it up. Just like this. Check it out.
Get out.
Your careers, watch us fuck them up.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota's defense.
Do it again.
This game feels like.
How about
this game feels right. Maybe next year we will think about giving you a shot. We'll still make you. We'll bring in 7 other quarterbacks to make you fight for the position, though.
Nice.
This game feels like one of those where both defenses are really good. So, but Minnesota's offense is much more competent than Cleveland's offense. So I think that'll be the obvious difference here, you know. Okay, next game is Houston at
Adrian pick.
No,
Adrian,
Vikings for sure.
Okay,
Taking Vikings, even with the spread.
Even with the spread.
I think I got the Browns. Honestly, I know Flacco looks bad, but their defense is real good.
Yeah, I still think Minnesota can do it. If Cleveland scores 0 points, then, you know, it's not hard to, if you score a touchdown, that's the difference. The next game is Houston at Baltimore. Both of these teams are 1-3, which is kind of insane to think about. The spread here is 3.5, and Houston's the one receiving the points. Lamar might not play this game or isn't expected to play this game. So I don't even know who their backup is. I think who went in last week?
Cooper Rush.
Okay. So, I mean, I mean, he's not awesome, obviously, but
Nope, he ain't that. But also, Houston sucks.
right. That's like that was good. That's what I was gonna say. It's like, Cooper Rush feels like he could, he could do this, but I think that Houston maybe can lose by just a field goal. So I think I'm picking Houston. Cover the spread.
Harbaugh's going to be Harbaugh. I mean, I think the Ravens will win.
Okay.
Even by 4.
Fair enough.
I think I agree. I think Houston's just real bad, although Baltimore's defense has also looked pretty rough. So, I don't know. But I think Baltimore's the all-around better team, and they're at home. So, yeah, I'll give them the nod.
Okay. Next game is Miami at Carolina. The spread's 1.5, and the points are going to Carolina. Yeah, I think Miami is better than Carolina. I think Miami wins this, even without Tyreek Hill. I think Miami's shown that they're competent enough to win against bad teams, and Carolina's a bad team.
But also, Carolina can be a good team randomly.
Yeah, but it's not like they looked significantly better in garbage time like last week against you guys when Andy Dalton came in. I don't know. I just feel like
Yeah, but that's because the Patriots are the best team in the league.
no. But I don't know. I just feel like
Lulu.
if we kept up with you. We literally only lost because we threw a fucking intercept. Oh no, that was to the Bills. We threw an interception. Literally, we kept up with the Bills, threw an interception at the end. Kept up with you guys. You guys just smacked Carolina. So by transitive property, I don't know if that's right. Engineers are going to be mad at me. I think the Dolphins can win this by more than a point, by more than 2 points. It's a field goal win. Yeah, I think I picked the Dolphins.
Going to be what, like 9-6 or something anyways?
Away.
So, yeah, sure.
Greg is still
Miami by 3.
Greg is still delusional that Miami is actually good still.
I don't think they're good. I just think that they're a much better team than Carolina.
Much better?
Yeah.
Much better?
Yes, much better.
Yeah, he's still
Interesting.
All right. I think Jalen Waddle's going to eat this game. I bet you Darren Waller does the same thing he just did. Next game is who you take. So you're taking Carolina here, and Adrian?
Dolphins by 3.
Dolphins by 3. Okay. Next game is Raiders at Colts. Spread here is 6.5, and that's going towards the Raiders. Raiders receive the points. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Indy's looked really good. I think Indy will continue to look good all season as long as they stay healthy. But Ashton Genty awoke last week. So does that help kind of kickstart the whole rest of the offense here? And can Vegas keep it within, 7 points?
How's Indy's defense? I really don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know much about defenses in terms of like rankings and stuff.
Probably not exceptional.
Defense.
Let's see here.
4 hours ago.
Points allowed. Indy is 12th in points allowed, and
Okay.
Raiders are 22nd in points allowed.
Defensive rating according to PFF, they are not great. 21st overall defense.
Yeah, the Colts have allowed an average of 319.8 yards per game, and they've allowed 10 touchdowns all season. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want to pick Vegas here because I feel like they can keep it within a touchdown, but I still think the Colts win. I like Danny Dimes. I think he's this season Sam Darnold.
What a sentence.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't have to pick, I guess, but
Nope, you don't have to pick. Only Adrian has to pick.
Danny Dimes. He's going for it.
Going with Danny Dimes. Yeah, I'm going with Danny Dimes too. The Raiders are bad.
Yep. They're 1-3.
I don't think it's going to be a boat race by any means, but I don't think that the Raiders are going to be able to hold on for 4 quarters.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, I don't inherently disagree. I think that I agree that the Raiders are bad. I just think that, I don't know, I think last week was pretty exciting. So, and with the Colts having a mid defense, I think they can repeat that. So, and I still think the Colts win, but. Okay, next game is Giants at New Orleans. This is going to be a boring game. I just inherently want to say that I think that the Giants are going to smack the fucking Saints.
Of course you think that.
But without Malik Neighbors, I think that the Giants offense hurts quite a bit. So,
Greg, I really want to understand your logic.
Well, but
maybe I don't want to understand.
But this is a straight up game because it's, it's within 1. So I'm just going to take the Giants for a win here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I pick the Saints. I don't know.
And he says that we convinced him to switch. You're seeing this happen, right, Adrian? No, Adrian's not paying attention.
I don't believe it. I don't pay attention. I got one eye on the ball.
One eye on the ball.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Jackson Dart, we got to see if he continues to look good. Game 2. I know New Orleans defense isn't good, so that, whatever, but I don't know. Spencer Rattler still looks like not great, but like he can do something with that offense, kind of. That one play was terrible, though. I know it wasn't him that threw it, but when they did that like double reverse thing and then somebody like chucked a Hail Mary into the other corner of the end zone and the defensive player went up and got it, that was so bad.
There's no way that the Saints are going to go 0-5. Like,
why?
I just don't see it's going to happen. I think it's going to be.
I think they're bad enough to go 0-17.
Yeah, I think the Giants are bad enough to mess it up for them.
Yes,
and hand them a win.
That's true.
So that's where I think. I think that yes, he had a good performance with Dart last week. I think he's going to choke this week, and the Saints will get their only win of the season.
All right, heard it here first.
Okay, next game is Dallas at the Jets.
Look at that record.
I know, 1-2-1.
So
the spread here is 2.5, and the Jets are the ones receiving the points. Yeah, it feels disrespectful. I feel like this is a pretty easy Cowboys pick for me. I think they can win by at least a field goal. Justin Fields looked good last week, so
yeah, but it's the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's true. But they also their defense gave up a lot of stuff to the Dolphins offense, and then in terms of big plays and big chunk plays and stuff, and then because the Dolphins haven't been able to get the ball downfield all season so far, and then all of a sudden Darren Waller comes back and now we catch 2 fucking in the breadbasket over the shoulder touchdowns. Where's that been, Tua? But
we're not talking about that game. We're talking about Dallas versus Giants.
I know. I'm getting mad about the Jets Dolphins game. I'm sorry. But what I'm saying is I think that Dallas's offense is gonna just do whatever they want to do against the Jets. Even without CeeDee Lamb, I think they look like they're a very, very, very competent offense. So
I think I'm taking Dallas only because this spread is so low. If it was a wider spread, I think the Jets are going to make a game out of it, but not that close.
Ooh, do I use Adrian's logic here? Do I say there's no way the Jets go 0-5 and I pick the Jets?
Nope, I think the Jets are real good
picking-
bet to go 0-17 too.
I'm picking the Jets to get the tie again with the Cowboys.
You're right. That is what the world
2-2.
wants to see.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, and 2.
That's
Imagine,
it.
and then 0-4 and 2,
Yes.
or 0-4 and 1. All right.
Right. It's the outcome we want. That's
is.
the outcome America deserves.
Yep. And then okay,
Maybe.
next game is Broncos at Eagles. Spread is 3.5. Broncos are the ones receiving the points. 2-2 team versus a 4-0 team. I think that I don't know. Like, I guess it feels like which Bo Nix is going to show up, and this game has a lot of interesting fantasy pieces involved. Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, the running backs in Denver, Saquon, Jalen Hurts. Dallas Goedert looks to be a favorite target of fucking Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown is interesting because he had one good week, but he's like tweeting shit like Bible verses that's like, if they don't respect you, then walk away quietly.
Involve him in the offense.
Yeah, it's interesting though, right? Because they're 4-0.
No thanks to their offense.
I think the
Defense
Birds are
has
just
been the
going to
one-
go in there and just smack them.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a close game. I'm taking Denver. Keep it close.
Philly by 6.
That's close. Not close enough for the spread, but it's close. But yeah, the Eagles have just struggled. So I don't know. I don't know how you fix that, right? And the Broncos are a team well coached, so they're going to give them a run for their money.
I mean, I like Denver's chances in this game. I think it's an interesting game for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Philly's one of those teams that even though they look not like together, they're still, putting up like Jalen Hurts still scores fucking 25 points every week. So, yeah. Next game, both of these logos go in the same direction. The Tennessee Titans versus the Arizona Cardinals. This is an 8.5 point spread. The Titans, of course, are the ones receiving the points here.
8.5, you said?
8.5, yeah. Did anybody see what Cam Ward said by chance?
No.
He said, if I'm keeping it 100, we ass right now.
I mean, they are. You're right.
So
We ass right now.
yeah. He said we
ass.
ass right now. That's
Yeah,
what he
that's
said.
I mean,
So,
hey, tell them.
Deserves an Emmy.
but I'm saying,
At least he didn't just flat out say, he was like, hey, this ain't on me. Like, he just points and was like, look, I got here and it was already on fire. What do you want me to do?
yeah, he goes, if we keep it a buck right now, we ass. We're 0-4 at this point. We got nothing to lose. We dropped a quarter of our fucking games and we've yet to do anything. So we have to lock in, is what he said.
Lock the fuck in.
That's some fucking Zoomer shit right there.
Well, we ass right now. You got to lock it in.
Quote,
We
ask ... We gotta
Yeah.
lock it in. End quote.
Hey,
feel like what's funny is like I think that Arizona wins this game, but the spread's so big that I kind of want to pick the Titans. I'm not going to, but I kind of want to.
I've got Titans within 8.
I respect it.
think they'll be too far out.
Okay. Next game is Tampa Bay at Seattle. Spread is 3.5. Tampa is the one receiving the points here. Both teams are 3-1. Yeah, it's a good game. Like that feels like it's going to be one that should be fun to watch. JSN's very good. Kenneth Walker is good sometimes.
I think Tampa Bay is a much better team than Seattle.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like they're another one of those teams that feel like they've played close in every game, no matter their like opponent this season. But
They?
yeah, did they beat somebody pretty handedly?
No, they've been in all close matchups, I think. So you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. They beat the Falcons by 3. They beat the Texans by 1.
Barely
They beat the Jets by
barely
2.
Lost to the Eagles.
Yeah.
So they play to their opponents, but I think they're just a much better team all around. Although Seattle's defense is fucking killing it.
Yeah. I mean, Seattle's one of those teams that, like, even though DK Metcalf is gone and Tyler Lockett obviously left, like, it feels like they just had, they just had the next configuration of that team ready to go, and they're going to continue to just be fucking good, which is impressive. Sam Darnold is helping with that. I don't know. Yeah, he's not hurting yet. That's fair. So you're picking Tampa then, Mark?
Yes.
Adrian, who you picking?
I'm definitely on Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that they're just gonna pull through on that. They are a better team in my opinion.
Okay. The next game is Detroit at the Bengals. The spread here is 8.5.
Wow. It's only 8.5?
8.5. Bengals receiving the points. I don't know if I said the lines. The Bengals receiving the points.
I'm gonna go smash a bet on this game real quick.
I was going to say, I think Detroit can handle this with the way that Denver just put them away. I think that Detroit's offense is even better. So I think Detroit can win this by 9 or more. Amon-Ra is going to go off.
Yeah, it should be a good one to watch.
Yeah, I feel like somebody getting smacked in the face.
We have a lot of UFC fans in the league, I'm sure.
Gross. Ooh, that is 10.5 on ESPN bets. Is the spread. Still take the Lions.
Should I see if I can bet on sleeper with it?
I don't think you're allowed to. Yeah, we aren't allowed on sleeper.
Okay. So yeah, the Lions I think win pretty handedly.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a pretty easy matchup to call. You just got so much talent on one side of the ball and not a whole lot of talent on the other.
Yeah. Adrian, you picking the Lions?
Oh, for sure. By like 21.
Yeah. I agree.
I expect Goff to not play the fourth quarter.
No, they don't roll that way.
Yeah, that's true. They do continue to punch.
Next game is Commanders at Chargers. The spread here is only 3.5, going in favor of the Commanders.
That'll move if they announce Jaden Daniels isn't playing.
Yeah. They played Atlanta last week, right?
Washington, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they lost by a touchdown.
Okay, Jaden Daniels is expected to return week 5.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I picked the Commanders because I think they have a potential to win here, frankly, if Jaden Daniels plays. I know the Chargers are a good team, but I don't know. I guess like depends on if Terry comes back and all that. But yeah, I think I'm picking Washington. Yeah, Washington here.
Adrian, what you got? You shook your head.
Definitely the Chargers. I think at least by 6. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to play well. Washington, and I think they'll have at least a touchdown on them.
Yeah, I mean the Chargers have been my preseason pick, so I'll just keep sticking with them. I think that they're just a really well-rounded team. Washington is good, but I don't believe in Bill. Terry's hurt and still not in football shape, even when he was on the field. So he's still got to get right, even when he comes back. And we're relying on old man Ertz still for some reason. So yeah, Chargers are a much better team.
He's doing it. Ertz is doing it.
Is he?
Kinda.
Is he? Fumbled last week. Sit him. Ben Sennett time.
Okay. So the next game is the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. The spread here is 8.5, going in favor. Like the points are going to the New England Patriots.
Sunday
Yeah,
night
I'm gonna
football. Here we go.
Sunday Night Football. Yeah, I'm gonna take the bet. I'm gonna take the spread right there. I think that you guys can cover it based on the way that we played the Bills and the way the Saints just played the Bills. I think you guys can hold them.
I would just take it just based off the fact that it's a division matchup. They're usually pretty close.
Well, we know what we're doing Sunday night. Maybe we can watch it on the projector outside.
Yeah, that is late enough. Yeah, I mean, Drake May has looked really good so far. We're not asking him to do too much, but when we have to lean on him, he's actually making the throws. I was real nervous about week 1 because he looked kind of crappy, but he's looked much better, much more poised, has actual control of the game. So I think that we hang in there. I'd be surprised if we won, but I think we hang in there.
Yeah, I also to point out, because we watch, Patriots games, a lot. I feel like Drake May runs intelligently. Like he gets you an extra 40 yards of rushing or something a game. But like it's like when you watch it, it's all like on a bootleg, and all of a sudden he's just got a wide open lane for 10 yards to get the first down. He's not the guy that's like trying to cut back in and dip his shoulder down and and take a hit. So
nope. Nah, not part of his game. He isn't running as much as he did last year, which is probably a good thing.
Yep.
Because, it probably means we have better weapons for him. So that's nice.
Ooh,
yeah, he definitely is a good mobile quarterback, which is nice to see. Unlike the other side of the ball, Buffalo doesn't have a mobile quarterback. They wish.
Yep, Josh Allen continues to look like Josh Allen.
Who?
I feel like this is Jared Allen. I feel like this is the year, so far, we should have given it to Lamar last year, and this year Josh Allen could have won MVP,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Who you picking, Adrian?
I'm so tempted to take the Patriots just because of the spread, right?
Yeah.
It's like
a big spread for not a bad team.
Two piles of shit,
I agree.
Hurts my feelings, but I'll probably stay with Buffalo.
Okay.
Rude.
Okay.
As it should be.
You come into my house. You don't pick the Patriots. Rude.
Fair enough.
Are there is this the first week of bye weeks?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we should have probably put a segment on who's on bye, but you could do that now if you want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who I haven't talked about to see if I can totally figure that up.
I know Atlanta's on a bye.
Yep, Atlanta would be on a bye, and
that's Chicago's on a bye. Green Bay's on a bye.
4 teams are on a bye. Falcons, Bears, Packers, Steelers, all on a bye week. That makes sense. That makes sense for the Steelers because that's them coming back from Ireland.
Yep.
And then Minnesota's playing because theirs is technically. Oh no,
Minnesota.
I thought it's not a home game.
No,
but it's still. Is it in wherever the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a foreign country. So okay, so yeah. I don't know where it is. Sorry, but
a foreign country.
Is it a one
of them countries?
Is it a Germany game?
It's an illegal game. Doesn't even count. If you have players in that game, it doesn't count. We're going to deport your points.
We don't believe it.
You must have seen one of those commercials.
Still waiting for my bonus. It's they're playing at Tottenham Stadium. Tottenham Stadium. So it's in London or England.
It's cool. London. Same shit. It's all the same place over there.
All right. Well, all that to say, the last game, the Monday night game, is Kansas City at Jacksonville. I think the spread here is 3.5. Jacksonville gets the points. They're at home. I think Kansas City wins this by more than a touchdown because Jacksonville looks bad, even though they're 3-1. What?
Yep.
Wow.
Duval.
That feels weird.
Duval. Yeah, Kansas City's going to walk all over them.
KC by touchdown for sure.
At least. Give me 10.
10 touchdowns?
Yep. By 10 touchdowns. No, that's how much they're going to win by.
No, I think
Is 10 touchdowns.
it'll be a low scoring game. It'll be
Think so?
bad. Oh yeah.
Be like 17 to 10.
It's gonna be at least 2 or 3 fumbles.
What are you trying to be Nostradamus? Call your shot. Who's going to fumble?
Oh, both teams.
Who? Tell me.
You know,
Adrian too.
White.
Okay.
And yeah,
Kareem Hunt's got one. Travis Kelce. Give me the other one on Travis Kelce.
no. It's gonna be running backs. And then Trevor's gonna drop the ball at least one time.
That implies he's going to get a target.
No, Trevor, he said.
Oh.
Trevor Lawrence will put the ball on the ground.
Who you got? KC by a touchdown. And what was the spread?
3.5. So
Only 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Like you said, Pat Mahomes has been crazy. He's just Pat Mahomes, you know? Don't bet against him. He'll probably fucking win again this year, which makes me sad.
Very sad.
Yeah. All right. We are going to take a quick break. We'll jump into the fantasy matchups. We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back in. Thanks so much for the break. We're going to jump into the fantasy matchups. As per usual, we will go in my order. So always starting with my matchup here. I'm playing culture this week. And I'm a little scared because I've got a couple injuries in a bye week. So I'm not feeling very confident.
who's your bye week?
Bijan.
Yeah, but
And no Lamar. And no CD Lamb.
damn,
And
Dave Mercado, huh? So you're running out right now?
at least as of right now, he's
No,
got
he hasn't
Jalen
great.
Warren. He's got no Matthew Golden, no Odunze. So that hurts his team. Odunze
He's got a
looked real good.
couple. He's got a couple IDPs on bye week, I guess. I don't know that he has backups right
I
now.
think he has backups. Yeah, that's weird.
I think it's by the skin of his teeth.
I hope so.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the case also, but I kind of want to pick Coulter here. I kind of like just the rest of his pieces this week. But it'll probably be marked by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, I'm going to win by 50. No, I'm not. Not going to win by 50. Just kidding. And no, I'm going to take myself because I can't root against myself. So obviously I'm going to beat Coulter. Not even worried about it. All right, next matchup is Bo versus Matt. Right now, it's like a 70% chance going to Bo.
Yeah, but as we saw last week, Matt's team can pop off. So
Yeah, for sure.
he's got a couple IDP guys on bye week as well. He's got one backup. So he might have to go pick somebody up.
Yeah, so we're going to have some waiver activity this week.
Ooh.
Trying to get wavered.
I feel like Bo's matchups are better this week. So overall, like Chuba Hubbard getting to play Miami, Tony Pollard actually getting a chance to play Arizona, who doesn't have a great defense. The Jets are playing Dallas, so Garrett Wilson's going to get a chance. I mean, he always eats, it feels like, but yeah, I'm going to pick Bo, unfortunately.
I'm going to take Matt.
I say I want to pick Matt, but I
No,
think Bo will win.
I think I'm going to take Matt. I think Josh Allen has to play well in order for Buffalo to win. ETN has to play well in order for them to have a shot against Kansas City. So if those two things don't happen, yeah, Matt's gonna fall on his face, but Josh Allen's gonna have a good game. Nico Collins has looked okay. He's at least gonna get his targets. Baker Mayfield, I guess he's going against Seattle. No, I'll still say Matt because it's as close as it is without two players on Matt's starting side, without those IDP spots. So that's another 15 to 20 points on his side. So I'll give it to Matt.
All right.
I think Bo is going to win by like 20 points. Yeah, I just don't think that. I think he's going to be missing some points on his IDPs. I don't think he'll be able to recover what he needs.
Yeah, Baker playing Seattle really hurts him too. Because that's going to put a cap on Baker's ceiling this week. The next matchup is Dan versus Adrian. Right now, similar to mine, Adrian, you got a 60% chance to win this over Dan. So not a slam dunk here, but how you feeling?
I'm sure I'll find a way to fuck it up. But hey, we'll see what I can do.
Do we think Bryce is going to get the start again this week against Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, they will continue to roll him out there. I think they'll give him this year. I think the only reason why they sat him was because the game was pretty much out of hand.
Yeah, it was like you guys were 40-something to like 17 or something at that point. I feel like... I like Amari and Hampton the last couple weeks. He looks like he's kind of getting his legs underneath him. Ken Walker's super hit or miss, but when he hits well. Alvin Kamara and David Montgomery are both kind of old right now. Joe Flacco hasn't looked great, but he also only has like Marcus Mariota as a backup for that spot. Yeah, give me Adrian. I think Adrian wins this.
Yeah, it's Adrian for me too. Unfortunately for Dan, his team just doesn't have enough glue and duct tape and chewed gum to be held together for much longer. So I think it's going to be Adrian. All right, next one. I think we've got some bye week shuffling that needs to happen there on that roster there, Greg. Or you better hope so. Because right now you are a 57 to 43% chance to lose to Brian this week. So what's going on over there?
Romeo Dobbs and Drake London are both on a bye week, and they're still in my lineup technically. So,
yeah.
Yup. But I mean, without that, without those two players, I'm only like projected to lose by like 10 or 11 points. So I feel like if I go off projections, I can find 10 or 11 points in two players. So
you sure about that?
Yeah, I should be all right. I bet you Iron Manor gets a touchdown this weekend. And I might even just roll out fucking Jake Tongues.
Excuse me.
Right? That's how you say his name? Tongues.
I have no idea.
But the tight end from San Francisco.
Yeah. I have no idea how you pronounce his name. But no, it's going to be you. Carson Wentz is going to come back down to earth against Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins is great, so he'll be fine. RJ Harvey kind of sucks. Justin Jefferson's going to struggle against Cleveland. JSN is good, so he'll be fine. Bretton Strange, I don't know. He's been...
Now I'm favored to win.
Nice. He's been good. He's been getting targets, so we'll see if that continues. I'm sure Brian's excited about that. But yeah, I mean, Brian's team is just, it's too hit or miss to be consistent enough to win. So I'll take Greg this week.
Your boy. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this week.
2-3 for Greg.
Yippee! All right, next matchup: Corey versus Ryan. Okay. Next matchup: Anthony versus Rob.
Wow.
Just kidding, Corey. We'll talk about your team.
Why?
Maybe he likes hearing about his team. Maybe he wants us to hear us shit on his trade again.
But you know what, though? Ryan has 14% chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Dang it. Did I say that?
I mean, hey, listen, he's got Xavier Worthy now. He's got Trey Tucker doing some things occasionally.
Milton might actually score a point this time.
No.
Yeah, one.
No.
Negative.
You're crazy. Crazy talk. But yeah, Corey's team. Corey, you're going to get a win this week, so feel good about that. Doesn't really matter what your team does, so take a breather. You lost a close one this week. You lost a tough one. But, there's always next week.
Jonathan Taylor and Saquon Barkley are an incredibly, great double-headed little fucking pair right there.
They might Ryan by themselves.
Yeah. But then Jamar Chase and A.J. Brown have been pretty disappointing this season, so.
Yeah, you should totally trade Jamar Chase to Mark.
Probably not. Probably to Greg.
Don't do anything like that.
Stop giving excuses.
Anti-trading.
A trade tariff going on over there, guys. Stay away.
I haven't watched anything. I don't know why you guys all talk this way. It's Bo that needs to be paying the tariffs.
Bo does need to be paying a tariff. He's the champion. He needs to be paying more for things.
I haven't won shit. Leave me alone.
Okay, next game.
Appreciate it, Adrian.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so do we have anything else to say about Corey's team?
No, he's going to win.
Great, moving on. Anthony versus Rob, last game of the week. It's going to be pretty easily Anthony here. But Rob, you are running out of pieces over there, my guy.
Yeah, that shit hurts. Fucking Malik Neighbors that sucks so hard.
Yep, and then you got Bryce Thomas Jr. over there.
Brian Thomas Jr. I said it right the first time.
Well, you said it right the second time.
Yeah, I didn't get the whole name out before I said it wrong. Or before I said it right.
And he's got Kyle Pitts on a bye. He's got Charles Tillman injured. He's got DK Metcalf on a bye. So you're running pretty slim over there. Sorry for your loss this week.
Slim Pickens.
Got him. Everybody taking Anthony here?
Oh, yeah. Taking Anthony. Sorry. I didn't know I don't think I said that.
Nope, that's okay. All right, that is it for the matchups. I just want to run down the update on the league real quick. Only a couple of changes here, kind of in the middle again. Myself and Coulter staying at the top of the standings. We've got Anthony, Matt, Rob, and Bo rounding out the top 6. Falling out of the top 6, we had Dan and Adrian. Corey, Greg slid down a spot, and then Brian and Ryan are hanging out there at 11 and 12.
Is this where I hit the little button that says leave?
Yeah, you can leave. I'm just that embarrassed.
Leave the league, leave the meeting.
Leave. I would like to leave. How do we get out? If the season ended today, the draft order for the non-playoff teams would be Ryan and Brian holding firm at 1 and 2. Ryan by a lot. Have you guys looked at the max points for yet?
No.
Oh, it's Ryan's struggling by like 200 points to Brian. It's pretty crazy.
Hell yeah.
How do the calculations work here?
What?
How do the calculations work as far as
Did you just ask me how we determine our playoffs, Adrian?
No, you said
and how we determine the draft order? Did you just ask me how we determine all that?
Yeah, man, I need a refresher.
Oh, okay. So for those that obviously would never ask that question on a podcast for a league that you're recording for, the points for that you can, the max points for that you can score determines the draft order for non-playoff teams.
Very good.
So if you do not make the playoffs, so basically if you're bottom 6, then we look at your max points for. and the lowest goes first. Highest goes sixth. So you have the highest score of the non-playoff teams right now.
This isn't right then.
Why?
Because if I sort by max points for in the standings on Sleeper, it would go Ryan, Brian, Matt Corey.
Is in the top 6. He's not a non-playoff team.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I get it. Never mind. My brain did not fucking
Have you guys both just joined the league today?
No. Like I was like looking, I'm like, wait, why am I on there? And then I totally like didn't count the fact that, yeah, okay, he's still a playoff team because record matters more. I totally spaced on that being a factor. I apologize.
It's okay. Well, now that we've clarified rules on the league.
We're here right now.
That's here right now. I mean, sure about that? Anyways, so we've got Ryan, Brian, Dan, Corey, Greg, and Adrian, 1 through 6 right now. And to round out the update, we've got the power rankings. You guys need an update on explanation of how power rankings work?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's who has the most power in the league, and rightfully so, Mark is number 1.
Well, you're the commissioner, so that would make sense.
Exactly. And it will forever be that way. Why I haven't just kicked Bo out of the league yet. I ask myself that all the time.
I just know that Ryan's the bottom.
Ryan is at the bottom, always and forever.
He's a power bottom for sure.
Power bottom for sure. Don't give Ryan credit like that. That was funny. All right. I don't think I have anything else to add after that. I had another quick thought to say, but I think we can end on Ryan being a power bottom of the league.
All right. Yeah, that works.
All right. That's it for this week. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.